So my name is Anthony Emmanuel, and describe why environmental sustainability is important to you. Describe one step that you have taken to help decrease waste. After researching Horst Rechelbacher, what passions do you have in common with him? So I'm going to try to answer these questions in hopefully one answer and do it under 3 minutes. So my mother is Ojibwe, White Earth, Native American, and so I'm Black and Native American. And growing up, there was always this like, am I too Black to be Native, too Black to even fit in my family type scenario. Um, but my family loved me, loves me. And I remember one day as a child, I'm like at my Uncle Robert's house. Uncle Robert is this tall, dark, Native man, almost as dark as me. And I remember one day I'm like playing on his dresser, and he has these, tobacco and feathers and deer hides and all these other things. And there's this little bag, and I look up in the mirror, and I at Uncle Robert's dresser, and he's looking back at me. And at my mom's house, that I would probably be in trouble. But Uncle Robert was so sweet. He just was happy to see me. Uncle Robert loved me. And I said, Uncle Robert. And he looking down back at me in his mirror. And I was like, what is this little bag? And he's like, oh, that's a medicine bag for medicine men. Are you going to be a medicine man, Anthony? And at that moment, I kind of stopped. I kind of cringed a little bit because in my heart, I was like, well, I'm too dark to be a medicine man. You know, I think society gives us these stereotypes that we have to play for ourselves. And it's just not true. But I look back up at Uncle Robert and say, yes. I smile. And so growing up, I just began having this passion for plants and herbs and herbalism and botany and agriculture. And eventually it became, you know, my friend's mom gave me this book, the Herb Bible, and I ended up going to Agricultural Food and Science Academy, and then eventually studying permaculture research and how uh, you can sustainably grow food and produce food without making a huge impact to the ecosystem, and then teaching youth the same thing and running a youth program, and then also studying like herbalism and like natural products, and working at a co-op, and then teaching classes, and so when I look back at what Uncle Robert said, um, I think medicine and being a medicine man is more than just herbs. As sweet as that is and awesome as it has been more, I think, character and vision and how you treat people. And so when I think about like the opportunity we have as people in the beauty industry, I think about the opportunity we have as like people who produce products, and the impact those things make on people, and the impact they have on the environment, and the impact they have on our community, even our animals. I've the originally, while I was in barber school, I had to make all my own products. Um, I had to make all my own products. I had a mentor, John Hanson, of the Longfellow Soap Company, and he was like, "What are you facing?" And I was like, "I just don't have the money for the things I need." And he said, "Anthony, but you're smart and you have skills." He's like, "You can make everything you need." And he was a mentor. He taught me how to make soap, cold process soap, and um, yeah. And so because of him, I kind of leaned into making my products based on this knowledge, and products available from like the co-op, and oils and butters and you name it, and essential oils. So I don't know, I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything, but I learned that for me, there was like a contamination at our apartment complex, and it was causing me to have severe allergic reactions to things like lotions and fragrances and colognes and you name it. It would have very bad effects on me, and so I had to make my own products, and that led me to using my products as a barber, and yeah, and so sustainability, I feel like I have a connection just through my family's culture and our heritage, and um, yeah. So I hope that answers the question.